What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Daniel checking back in with a new video. It's been a while, so I thought I'd do a video and talk about how I feel like a tourist in America. Like I'm just passing through. I'm on permanent vacation. I can't settle down. I can't have anything. I just go from place to place, hoping something falls into my lap, hoping somebody throws me a bone, hoping I find my way home, hoping and praying and wishing something good happens. I'm sure you've noticed by now people are struggling really bad with the cost of living and finding a place to live, and I've been a part of that struggle too. I've been homeless for a few years, living in my car. I was there. I know how that is. I was basically living in a truck now. I have a couple things. I have a little place and a car, like a little tiny place that I rent for a little bit of money, not too much, because I'm never there. I'm always gone, so what's the point? But it's harder for me to get to have a home or a house, because nowadays you need a two-person income almost just to have a place to live. And it feels like I'm the minority. I got cheated out of that piece of the pie. Like, if you're a single man, you're looked down upon, or you're hated on by society because of, for whatever reason, they just coming up with all kinds of reasons to hate us now. They don't like single men no more. You gotta have a wife, you gotta be married, and you should have kids. With the cost of living, it's hard to even date. It's hard to go out. It's hard to find. It's hard to get anything in this world. It seems like I'm just stuck, struggling. I'm just stuck in this economy that keeps you trying to fight to get something better out of life, trying to get to somewhere better too. And I'm testing the waters. I'm seeing if some of my ideas are right, because I think part of my problem was environment, and I'm trying to escape that environment and go to a better environment, because they say you're a product of your environment. You know, you live in a positive environment, you might have positive results, you might get a better positive attitude or positive mindset, and you might have some good luck along the way, hopefully. But it seems like it's harder to find a couple of good opportunities or something that's gonna change your life. Like, that's really what I'm looking for. I'm out here looking for a way to turn it all around. In my mid-40s, and I'm trying to make something happen. I'm tired of not having anything and not getting anywhere good. And I'm working on a goal. Now it's just I feel separated. I feel like I'm in solitary confinement. I can't. And I mean, granted, I'm living a trucker lifestyle, so it's hard to meet people. It's hard to have time to meet people. It's like an endless grind. It feels like I'm on a non-stop train going to somewhere, but it's gonna take a while to get there, and I've got to sacrifice everything to let me get some better light up in here because the sun is going down. But it's been a rough road the past couple of years to get here, but feel like a tourist. I'm just passing through. I'm American. I'm watching all these immigrants come over, get all this stuff, and government helping them and giving them money, and then just breaking laws and causing tons of problems, which was which was unsettling for a while, watching that happen for the past few years, watching all the trouble happen with them. And granted, there are some good immigrants and good people coming from other countries to help our country, but they were just letting them get away with all kinds of mayhem, and it was crazy. So I'm American. I lived in America. I've lived in America for a long time, ever since I can remember. And I thought that I could have some part of that American dream, but it just seems like it's becoming harder and harder to obtain, to get the income needed to gain a couple of nice things. Almost like it's not worth it in a way. But I feel like a tourist. I'm traveling around and I'm just passing through, but I ain't setting down roots. I don't know if there's any good places to set down roots anymore. I've seen a couple places I'm interested in moving to, and it looks good from the outside, but you never know. So I guess you gotta take that risk too. So I'm up for it. I don't have nothing to lose. I don't have anything tying me down. So I'm trying to take a risk and go out on a limb and try something new, because where I was before, nothing that good was happening, and I made some bad decisions that painted me into a corner. So my opportunities haven't been as good. And a couple things that I tried didn't pan out how I wanted. I don't know if you've been following me, but if you follow my journey, if you've been following, you'll see I had some problems along the way, but I've made a lot of progress. But to get to where I need to be, it's probably going to be another 6 months or a year maybe. And God, I feel bad because I took a leap when I probably should have sat back a little longer, but that's in hindsight. It's like sometimes you're gonna make mistakes and you gotta learn to roll with it. So I didn't lose it. I had to spend a bunch of money to do another big move, and it kind of worked out. I'm just had a couple other problems, and it's gonna be a while, maybe another 6 months to like get back to where I was. Really, I was doing so good. I was doing real good, and there was a couple things I had to change though because I was in a bad environment, and I could see how better things could be if I just go somewhere else. There's better opportunities in certain places. They say you should travel around, you should try a couple of different things. And I was tied down to a place because of people that I shouldn't have been worried about too much, because they didn't really bring change to my life. They brought problems to my life. And so I think if you are in a position like that you think you need to be in, then you need to question it. You need to question it, because I thought I had to be there, but I also didn't know how to go anywhere. Like, I didn't have any opportunity to go anywhere. I didn't realize I might be able to go somewhere. I wanted to go somewhere, I just couldn't find a way out. It was like I was stuck for a while, so things got kind of bad for a while, but I'm making a big sacrifice right now, and I'm feel like I'm separated from everybody. Like, I can't date anybody, I can't meet up with people. I'm always gone. I mean, I could chat with people online, but that's a whole nother thing. You're always going around places, and you're never in one place. You can't connect with people. So I was watching another trucker talk about this. Like, you're just always going. You can't really connect with people, and I'm doing all this for like the same amount of money as a lot of people make in one place where they live for years. But you kind of have to suffer for like a year or two like this to get to be able to do that. So it feels frustrating, and it's come with a bunch of problems, but it's like kind of like growing pains. It's like I'm suffering in different ways, and stressed out, lonely. I'm trying to gauge my stress and my mindset. I'm trying to keep that mindset, like, that, how would you say, military mindset, or the positive mindset, because we often fall off our way. We lose focus, and I think we get down on ourselves. I get down on myself, and I get depressed. It's like a combination of things can affect your mindset, like your thoughts about the situation, because you're having problems, can affect your mindset and where you're at, and seeing things through and to fruition. So I'm kind of trying to keep things in perspective. Trying to keep it in perspective because it feels like I've gone through a lot to get here, and it could become something good within another 6 months to a year. And things are slowly panning out. We often I think we get really impatient. I think that's been another problem, getting impatient about the journey. So I like vlogging about it to look back on my journey. And I've been able to go all over different places and meet all kinds of different people and see how people live in a lot of different places. I think that's kept me like interested and giving me some, how would you say, giving me some motivation or inspiration. That's it, inspiration. I'm looking for the word inspire. It's inspired me by the different environments and interactions and possibilities, I think, too. Possibility for a more fun-filled, exciting life. And it seems like in America there's a lot of toxic places. A lot of cities are having problems. People are just leaving, and I don't blame them. Things are getting crazy and out of hand. Violence and the drugs and the cities and the people acting crazy and crashing out and looting. So it almost makes you give up hope. Like, you can't live in the city. And I don't really want to live in the city because of that reason. Like, you don't feel safe in America, they say. Like, you're always on edge here. Like, you always got to watch your back. And I don't like living in a place like that, but I don't see a way out. I don't think it's gonna be easy to move to another country. I've already looked that up. I've tried to look into it because I could do it if I got the money. I could go to another country, but a safer country, because there's countries that are so safe that you don't have to worry about none of the things that happen in America. And it's just the culture shock of being in a different place and different people. So that's just the reason I don't want to try to do that, because I don't want to go somewhere and feel indifferent, feel too indifferent. I would go to Europe, or because I would still feel kind of like I fit in, like I'm kind of not that different, because you're still, how would you say, you're still you're around people that are modern people, modern civilization, but without all the problems of America. And I've seen a lot of people go into a lot of different countries and I'd love to go to like a Japan or something different, but not too different, because I'd go visit Japan. I don't know if I want to live there, just because it's so different. I would feel out of place. I could probably live there and get used to it, but I would still, you'd still feel kind of strange about it, I I would rather go live in a country like Germany or Spain or something that might be a little more easier to adapt to. You know, like Sweden or a European country like France or something. You could adapt to a little better as an American, whatever that means. But you know, like somewhere you can kind of assimilate better, like into the culture. But yeah, there's a bunch of European countries that I'm kind of interested in. Those kind of countries you don't have to worry about if you go to. There ain't a bunch of crazy chaos stuff going on too, like the United Kingdom. I don't know if you want to go to England to try to live because they got a bunch of problems going on there, kind of like America. So, might be worse right now. It's probably not a better place to go to right about now with the revolutionary protests and stuff. And I can't blame them because things are getting heated over there, but I would be interested in going to one of the more docile countries like Sweden or Belgium or the Netherlands, or you know, like the what do they call it? Like the they got a word for it when you know countries aren't like a full blown military country. They're more like a they don't have a big military. They're not like, what the heck do they call that? There's a word for it, and I'm gonna think of it sooner or later. But I can't think of it. It's not centralized. It's like a middle ground type country, like a, you know. But it's a safer country, you know. It's like one of the countries you can go to. You don't have to worry about looking over your shoulder all day. You know, it's safer. There's no guns everywhere. There's no crazy drug dealing and, you know, sex trafficking and violent crimes and people being kidnapped. And I just hear about this all day in America, like on the news. It's just, you hear about all these crazy crimes and people killing each other for, what are they killing each other over? Crazy stuff like a little bit of money or just a little bit of drugs or argument, or, you know, knocking on somebody's door or trying to break in somebody's house. It's just constant drama in America, non-stop. It's like a non-stop, everywhere you go, problems with crime and people just wilding out, acting a fool like it's a given here. Like nobody has any common decency, or it's all balls to the walls, go all out and beat up everybody, and I'm gonna be kind of crazy. And I think I went through a phase like that in my teenage years where I rebelled and acted kind of crazy and did some stupid things. And even on drugs I did a couple dumb things, but nothing I couldn't bounce back from. I tried to keep it in check, so I kind of bounced. I could bounce back, so it's been a long bounce. That's all. It's been a really long bounce, but drugs kept me down basically, and then toxic people in a toxic environment will keep you down. But it's hard to see your way out. But struggle was real. I found a way. I did a couple things right. It took a while, but I did a couple things. I did a couple good things for myself, and luckily didn't end up like a couple people that I know. or know of. Like they went out kind of in a bad way. Like some of my family in a sad way, which was even more worse, in a sad way. So I kind of want to redeem myself now. I'm at an age where I want fulfillment. I want some more meaning, a more meaningful life, something more fulfilling, some more fun and more excitement. I don't like thinking I'm too old to have a little fun, or maybe, I'm hoping that I can find a way to create a more fulfilling life. And money and income is one of the biggest reasons I've been held back, but it's been interesting. Let's see if we can find a way out. So I'm thinking about, I would like to go visit other countries. I would like to just go to other countries, but it's like money keeps you held down every which way, bro. And you can't meet people, you can't have time. All your time is being sold. It's like you either gotta get lucky or start a business, a successful business somehow, to get out of this rat race. It's like you're on a constant hamster wheel, and you don't have time to enjoy life. That's what's kind of messed up, how modern society keeps us going, but we can't work on our dreams, just like a cog in a wheel. It's not right. And my goal is to escape that. It's been that goal. I've had that goal for 20 years, to try to escape that, but I was going about it all the wrong way. Oh my God, I bumped my head so many times, running into walls like like a big dummy. You just want the fast buck. Everybody in America thinks everything comes. You can get this, and you try this, you just quick. Like if I do this, it's a means to an end. That's what my mom used to say. It's just a means to an end, which meant it was never about the process. It was just all about an end goal. Like, just do whatever to get the result, but not a lasting result, kind of, too, like that. That's kind of what it means, I think. A means to an end. When you're living like your means to an end. And a lot of people live like that. They don't realize like how they live like that. I lived like that for a long time ago. I was always doing something for something, but I was never doing, I was never enjoying the process. I was never doing it for the lifestyle and for, like deeper meaning, like building character, growing mentally. It was just a quick fix. It's just stupid. It leads to a less fulfilling, unsatisfying type of life with no good satisfaction at all from anything. So I think about that a lot. I think about that saying a lot. It's just a means to an end with you. My mom used to say that. It's just a means to an end with you, Daniel. Or money burns a hole in your pocket. She had all these sayings, and she was right about a lot of it. You know, it was just a means to an end. But to live, I guess she wanted me to live with a deeper meaning, to build character. Maybe I couldn't see it. She wasn't really saying it like that. I couldn't read her mind what it really meant, because there's a lot deeper meaning to that when you think about it. It's just a means to an end. So it could be about the process, it could be about your lifestyle, your morals, your character, you know, your evolution, your attitude, your philosophy. It gets really deep if you just break it down. That little metaphor, it'll make you think. I think about some of the things she said and how deep it really goes. Because the way she meant it might not have been the way I was thinking about it. Oh yeah, I'm just looking for the satisfaction from this. But I think she was trying to tell me, look for the deeper meaning and the deeper lesson in life that needs to be learned for you to become greater, to grow. To get some sense of, how would you say, fulfillment, appreciation, what would you say, inspiration, or gratification. Gratification might be the word I'm looking for. But wow, I've been talking for 30 minutes. Alright, I need to get off here. But alright, that's the video. I will see you in the next one.